Well, shalom, shalom. Just looking at, got a little bit of rain here, and looking at the garden up here on the top of the hill. I don't think Pastor's been able to do a video on this garden yet. I know he mentioned a couple of times about getting up here to do it, but been kind of busy here. So anyway, this is it. We got a little bit of I wanted to experiment with growing a few soybeans to see how they did. They're doing really nice. A couple green pepper plants there. Just soybeans. Got some zucchini down there on the end. A couple more pepper plants. This is a double row of green beans. These rows are all 70 foot, roughly 60 to 70 feet. This is the corn. This corn right here is bodacious, and it doesn't get particularly tall. 5 foot roughly, maybe. It might max out at about 6 foot. Fertilized it a couple of times, really generously. It's been pretty dry here except for this week. That's the bodacious corn. It's getting a little taller as it comes up. Right here, see a couple of the corn stalks kind of blew off, but right here is a variety called candy corn. It seems to have a little beefier of a stalk. It's not an exceptionally tall corn. Looks like it's pushing out to about 6 foot on the tassels, which is fine. That's definitely fine. I think even though bodacious is a sweet corn, I don't know as I'm gonna really plant that again for a while. I like the Honey Select, the Merit. We'll have to straighten up a few of those stalks later on. This part is of the candy corn is significantly taller. I think it's just better up here as the hill rises, and that's probably why it's doing so well. And then here's some that's a little shorter. Plus there was some soil amenity in that area too, so soil quality up here is fair to poor. It's got a lot of clay, a lot of rock. We'll go on in there and take a look at some things. A lot of clay and a lot of rock. I always say this, that only y'all can grow and stuff like that. So anyway, right here are the I got a few onions. A little kohlrabi. It didn't really do that good. I think it was hot germination. This daikon radish. Another view of the corn. As you can see, the tassels and the little ear wings are starting to come out now. These are Parisian pickles for dill pickles, salad pickles and whatnot. I have to weed that. These right here are spaghetti squash. It's a row of spaghetti squash. I think we got one right there. And a nice one. Pretty nice one in there. They're really just starting to get underway real good. And then that's spaghetti squash all the way up. That's a row of butternut squash right there. It's the row of butternuts. We'll have plenty of weeding to do come first day. And this is the whole row of butternut squash. Right here we have watermelon. It's starting to set on. This is crimson sweet watermelon. I put down a fairly good amount of hay, or not hay, but straw on here. to kind of keep the weeds beat down where there's not so much weeds. It also serves as a platform on which the melons to grow. Hopefully that they don't drain off and or soggy on the bottom and start to rot. That can happen. Straw helps a lot with that. Got a pretty nice little set of melons. I'd like to see get a few more. And I got about 3 rows of those right there. Some more bell peppers, some onion starts, Egyptian walking onions. These are purple hull pink eye peas. I have 3 rows of those. Purple hull pink eye peas. They got really nice blooms on them. And as you can see, the little pea pods are coming out now. Be about 3 pods coming out of each flower generally, or each flower stem. 3 pods. Another thing there. Another one of them there. And another row there. And these are summer squash. Looks like there's going to be a pretty good heavy picking come probably first day, I imagine. That's a big row of summer squash. And I went in here yesterday, or the day before yesterday in the morning, and it just was a sea of flowers. So we are going to be overrun with an abundance of squash. Okra, we started trimming off the lower leaves, make it easier, get more light under the plant. The okra really should be coming on hard this week. And I've got we have 2 double rows of okra. And it's getting just about waist high now. Knee high to waist high. Got a good long way to go on that. So anyway, that's the garden up here. Like I said before, straw, it serves as a mulch, a weed barrier to try to help keep the weeds down, where a couple of people can easily maintain it if they stay at it pretty good. It also adds humus to the soil. It helps retain moisture, and actually helps in the case of like melons and squash and stuff from getting rot from contact with the wet soil, because it's kind of like elevated off of the wet soil. So anyway, there we go. The upper garden at Straightway. Hallelujah. Have a good night. Shalom.